are now at Pinaglabanan. So this is a very historical spot here in San Juan. On my left is the City Hall of San Juan, but obviously this is brand new, but they tried to make it look like heritage. The original City Hall of San Juan is in Domingo. So this was done during the mayor time of Joseph Estrada, and later on continued by his son, and then taken over by the wife. So hopefully this portion would have more historical place or historical value. So this park is supposed to be a very important part of history of the Philippines, as well as San Juan. Just happens to be in San Juan. So a few years ago, there's a monument of Andres Bonifacio on the right. I think I've shown this portion here before when I did a vlog of San Juan together with Manila. Anyway, there you go. So I was mentioning about this particular park here. They mentioned that there's a large container, like a containment facility that was built during the Spanish times. It was restored, renovated, supposed to be open to the public, but unfortunately the pandemic happened, so never got to open it. So what's amazing about that, it was being built during the later part of the colonial times, and it was supposed to supply water most likely for San Juan as well as for the rest of Manila, as the population of Manila was growing. So as you could see, there's a lot of developments happening here. So most of these are government construction. So I just moved over to the opposite side of the road. So what's amazing about this San Juan, which I just realized a few years ago, or maybe just a couple of years ago, that there are a lot of convents and seminaries of different church organizations here. Franciscans, Augustinians, Dominicans, and you just think, why? Now the original name is San Juan del Monte, so del Monte means mountain, so you could tell that it's a mountainous area. And this land here before was the post office. So now it's a Hall of Justice. So I'm not sure whether this portion is part of the poblacion, but what's amazing is that most of the houses, especially in this particular section of San Juan, are heritage houses. And let's hope that we could still see some of them Just checked out this gate on my left. You could probably Google search the how the house looks inside. There seems to be a house on that side of the fence, this one, that looks to be a heritage house. But the fence is so tall, you could hardly see it. So one can only imagine what this place looks during those days. And to think that this is an important, San Juan is an important, or played a significant role during the rebellion against Spain. As well as, of course, Caloocan, Manila, Cavite. Although Cavite nowadays would be considered provincial, there used to be a time in its history when it was a very prominent place. One of the naval bases of Spain was also in Cavite, Sangli. Nice house. Before we start losing these houses to modern buildings. I just passed by a property that had a very strong, tall fence, and inside was what looks like a not a heritage house, most likely built in 1950s, but a cool looking property. Nice. So most of the people here, if the properties are still owned by the same families, would be old rich. Let's move over to the opposite side. More shade here. So there's a sign here. That's mother and son, both related to the former mayor. Nice property on my left. It's like a heritage house. Nice. Oh yeah, there is a heritage house. Probably built 1940s, 50s. You seldom see this when you're just passing through in a car, but it's different when you're walking. Yeah, they're all nice, and all of these are in one large land. So a large portion of San Juan had become part of Quezon City. And when I look at those convents and seminaries in Quezon City, you could tell it used to be part of San Juan. And it's also close to New Manila. In this portion of the road, there used to be old houses here, but most have been sold and converted into condominiums, as one can see. This road is called Little Baguio. I really wish I could have taken photos of those houses before. Look at that property. Beautiful. A Chinese school to my right. Behind me used to be Channel 13. Now Sky. Getting ready for Christmas. Love the noodles in this place. North Park. That street used to be Soam Street. Now be Cruz. This is Wilson Street. If I turn to the left, that goes to the Green Hills Shopping Center. That's Wilson. Our vet before. So this tall building to the left, the land that it occupies used to be Cafe Isabel. Cafe Isabel has moved to a different part of San Juan. I think actually they're more of Quezon City now. That's how it goes. That used to be an old house. And over to my right used to be an old house that's been neglected. Large land.